Okay, so the first thing I wanted to talk to you about that was the hardest thing for me to find out was what to do with them on a daily basis. And this was basically the routine I ended up using that was really, really helpful. And I think it'll actually be a plus that you're only doing writing because you're going to have that whole time to be able to do only writing with them. So the first thing they would do is they would come in and you can use Kamiko, you can use Test Ready, but you want the kids to be working on a text story or a star editing story. And more than likely, the STAR test will be just like the tax test because when we got the field test earlier this year, it looked exactly the same. So definitely use that, and that will take care of your conventions at the beginning of the day. The second thing you want to do is introduce the trait or the prompt. So for example, if 1 week you really want to work on organization, then you're going to want to focus on that and tell the kids, this week on our prompt, I'm going to be looking for the organization of your ideas. I'm not going to be looking for word choice and stuff like that. I'm really going to be focusing on this. And then the third thing you want to do is you want to write one with them. And I think that's what ultimately ended up being very successful with me and the kids, was I always wrote a story with them. So if I told them that I wanted them to write about, I don't know, like your favorite day, I would write that with them. So when I would introduce them to El Mapa de Ideas, I would do the map of ideas with them. And we just kind of do it together. And then eventually, they would get started on their practice or their rough draft. So this is kind of what our day looked like. Monday, we'd introduce it. We'd do our idea map. Tuesdays, more than likely, a lot of the kids would still be working on their idea map, but some of them would start on their practice. Wednesday, the goal would be that by Wednesday, they'd be editing their papers or they would have them being read to me. And it's very important, have the kids read it to you because they're going to catch their errors as they read it out loud and hear it. And then Thursday, they'd be working on their final copy. And then Friday would pretty much be a catch-up day. Now, I will let you know, I spent a lot of my ancillary time, I spent most of the lunch time with them writing because some of them just took really long to write. And but that's kind of what the day looked like. And like I said, with you only having to focus on writing, that should be absolutely no problem.